Dear students, see this, we are continuing colloidal solutions, and here we discussed about the charges, isn't it? In the previous class, in the previous recording, we have discussed the charge on the colloidal particles, and now you are going to study the phenomena of electrophoresis. Okay, so we are studying electrophoresis. So the existence of charge on colloidal particles is confirmed by this experiment. When electric potential is applied across two platinum electrodes dipping in a colloidal solution, you can see this colloidal solution is filled here and two platinum electrodes are dipped into this solution. These are the two platinum electrodes, students, you can see clearly them. So when they are dipped into colloidal solution, the colloidal particles, they move towards one or the other electrode. So the movement of colloidal particles, this movement of colloidal particles, you can see these colloidal particles are moving under an applied electric potential. Movement of colloidal particles under an applied electric potential, this is electric potential, isn't it, is called electrophoresis. So students, the movement of colloidal particle under an applied electric potential is called electrophoresis. Now positively charged particles, they move towards cathode. So students, the particles which are moving toward the positively charged electrode, that means the particles which are moving towards cathode, they are positively charged, and the particles which is moving towards anode are negatively charged, isn't it? So this is very clear to you. Now particles, they are moving towards the anode, they are negatively charged. This can be demonstrated by the following experiment, students. This U-shaped tube is taken, isn't it, and the colloidal solution is filled into this, and two platinum electrodes are dipped into this and connected to a battery, and one is acting as anode and the other is acting as cathode. So when electrophoresis, that is movement of particles, is prevented by some suitable means, it is observed that the dispersion medium begins to move in the electric field. जब किसी भी तरह से स्टूडेंट्स पार्टिकल्स के मूवमेंट को प्रिवेंट किया जाएगा, है ना, जब पार्टिकल्स के मूवमेंट को हम किसी भी तरह से प्रिवेंट करेंगे तब डिस्पर्शन मीडियम मूव होने लग जाएगा, एंड इस फिनोमिना को हम कहते हैं इलेक्ट्रोऑस्मोसिस. सो इलेक्ट्रोफोरेसिस होती है स्टूडेंट्स, पार्टिकल्स का मूवमेंट होता है ऑपोजिटली चार्ज्ड इलेक्ट्रोड के साइड, और जब किसी भी तरह से आप इन पार्टिकल्स का मूवमेंट स्टॉप करते हैं तो इलेक्ट्रोऑस्मोसिस होने लगता है, जिसमें कि कोलॉइडल सोल्यूशन यानी कि वो डिस्पर्शन मीडियम का मूवमेंट होने लगता है. सो यू अंडरस्टूड व्हाट इज इलेक्ट्रोफोरेसिस, वेरी फेवरेट क्वेश्चन ऑफ बोर्ड एग्जाम्स. Coming to coagulation or precipitation, the stability of lyophobic soil is due to presence of charge on the colloidal particles, isn't it? जो lyophobic soil होते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, इसमें जो स्टेबिलिटी है lyophobic की, that is because of charge on the colloidal particles, because they keep repelling each other. So if somehow the charge is removed, the particles will come nearer, है ना. तो अगर चार्ज हम रिमूव कर देंगे तो क्या होगा, सब पार्टिकल्स एक दूसरे के पास आ जाएंगे, एंड दे विल एग्रीगेट टुगेदर एंड दे विल कोएगुलेट टू सेटल डाउन अंडर द फोर्स ऑफ ग्रेविटी. सो द प्रोसेस ऑफ सेटलिंग ऑफ कोलॉइडल पार्टिकल इज कॉल्ड कोएगुलेशन और प्रेसिपिटेशन ऑफ द solution. Students, in this precipitation of the solution, one rule is followed, है ना. So which rule is that? Let us study about that. But first you see how you have to define the precipitation. The process of settling of colloidal particles is called coagulation or precipitation of the sole. The coagulation of lyophobic sole can be carried out in the following ways, students. So, we are coming to the following ways.